number. My high school algebra teacher would be so proud.
All right, let's get this thing going.
My ability to divide.
Jeez. All right, if anyone's joining early, welcome tonight. We've got some Big Head Baseball Bartolo series, game number 4 coming at you shortly. Got myself, Freddie Helium, and Crozier McCoy. Your trademark Rippers booth tonight. Looking to have some fun, and you know we got no horse in this race, so should be a good game, and really looking forward to it. So if anyone's in the chat, and apparently we are quiet. I was just gonna ask for how we're sounding. Maybe I need to get bumped up a bit. Anyone else listening? Can you give us a little feedback on the audio?
Just start eating your mic, Fred.
Nobody wants that.
I do.
Alright, we'll
Dude,
just take a second here.
ASMR broadcast win.
Alright, if Dong says it sounds good, I'm going to trust Dong in this one. Anyways, game number 4 tonight. The Empire are the home team. And let's see your visiting Cleveland Steamers starting lineup. We'll have Puma Longtree at second base, leading off. Giancarlo Hammer at third base. Chumbawamba in center field, Monsoon behind the dish. And batting fourth, Holden Tudix at shortstop, Daddy Davis at first base, Muldoon the rookie in right field, Avery in left field, and on the mound, Dongi for the Steamers. He's pitched 20 innings in the playoffs. He just has a 1-0 record, but the Steamers have won all 3 games he has started. ERA is 2.7 in the playoffs, and he has struck out 15, walked 3, and only given up 3 home runs. So those are really his only blemishes so far. 6 earned runs and 3 home runs. So 15 strikeouts and 3 walks. He's been absolutely killing it so far, and I mean, you can't argue with the results. The Steamers have not dropped a game that he has started.
Yep.
And then on the other side, let's see the New York Empire here. Alright, so Empire batters, we have Fab Freddy leading off and playing third base, Rob Masters behind the dish, and batting second, Merle McGuire at first, Basher in right field batting cleanup, Joey Phillips in center, Tippington at second base, Eric Shun in left field, Thomas Rose at short, and Vaughn Prochniak on the mound. Also having good playoffs for him. He's got a 2-1 record. Very similar line to Dongi. He has allowed 5 earned runs, has 11 walks, and 14 strikeouts, but he has not given up a single home run in all 17 innings he's pitched this postseason. He had 2 wins in the semifinals and against the Knights, and then his only blemish was game 1. Yeah, his only blemish was game 1. You still there, Crows? Alright, I'll just keep running with it. So his only blemish was game 1 of the Bartolo series. Obviously, he was matched up against Dongi in that game, and he took the loss in that one and only went 4.2 innings. So both of these pitchers matching up again here in game 4. And it should be a good one. A lot on the line. And obviously the Steamers with the 2-1 series lead. How we doing, Crows?
Oh, we're good. All right. Hey, what's up? Sorry.
That's okay.
Internet just straight up cut off there for a second.
I was like, shoot, am I doing this thing by myself?
Oh, no, I thought, I was sitting there thinking, man, why'd Freddie get so quiet?
Alright, so we're going to hand it off to you, Crows, for the play-by-play, and from New York, here we go.
Alright, let's hope we don't have any other tech issues. Alright, Puma Longtree going to be our first batter of the day. He is 4 of 15 this season, which is pretty cool, around 260. Had a great game 1 and has very much cooled off since then. Not going to start tonight off with a hit, as that's going to be a ground out for out number 1. Hammer up next.
McGuire made that dive look pretty easy.
Oh, that was a great defensive play. Ooh, that's going to be a nasty out on the pop fly. If Tippington grabs that, he's a great fielder. He makes a lot of plays on the grass, and it seems like it's always a name you can remember.
Sure
Also because
thing.
it rhymes. But oh, nutmegged the pitcher there for our first hit of the game. What's that bat?
Tippington, though, we have seen him miss a few, some pretty brutal ones. So
Yeah, he's he's had a lot of great defensive plays and a lot of awful errors.
just depends on the
That's
day with him, I guess.
that's the nature. Is he a shortstop?
He is their second baseman.
Oh yeah, okay. That's the position you expect. A steal attempt here and well late. That'll be out number 3. I mean, if there's a position that you expect to be hit or miss, it's second base, right?
True.
So, all right, Fab Freddy. Fab Freddy also not batting super well. 4 of 16 if my numbers were correct. So both of the first batters, Fab and Longtree, had a great game 1 and really been cooling off since. If they want to take their lead in the series, ouch, that's a big strikeout. Then they're gonna have to bat better than whatever we've seen so far.
True.
Rob Masters gets a nice grounder. That's probably going to be an out, though. Does not beat it out in time. Out 2. Riley McGuire up next.
So who do you think has the advantage between these two starters? Obviously, Dongi has just such a great strikeout to walk ratio here in the playoffs, but Prochniak hasn't given up a home run, and the long ball is killer in the playoffs.
You know, I got Dongi, and I say as he gives up a long ball, looks like it might be fielded, though.
Ooh!
Oh, nice grab by
What
Avery.
a play.
I'm going to say Dongi, and I believe that they have better situational pitching, and I trust them more to get out of a jam.
Gotcha.
If I have 3 people on base and 2 outs, the person I want on the mound is probably Dongi.
That's a
So
good point.
yeah.
What do you think for bullpens? Obviously, both these teams have definitely struggled this year, and
Yeah,
in the playoffs as well.
I think in theory the Empire are deeper, but in theory does not always work out.
Very true.
That's gonna be a ground out for out number 1.
Nice
Golden
dive there
Tate.
by Tippington. Must have heard us talking about him.
I hope everyone in chat is doing well. I can't check you guys as regularly as possible, as usual, because I'm having mouse issues, but hope you're doing good. That's a nice blooper in between fielders. He's going for 2. Phillips just not a great job getting that one, but stops it from being a triple. So
Yeah, his route to that ball was a little questionable, but,
yeah,
plenty of time.
I like when the ball rolls faster than they run. That is. They're fortunate it was slow because that was a
Yeah.
perfect double play ball. Odion Muldoon had a game-winning interception in super casual. Let's see what he can pick up here. He might be a playoff hero in 2 leagues.
Ooh.
And that's a nice hit. That's going to drive a runner home, and there's an error. Not that it matters much. Play that one again. Let us
Oh
hear it.
man, I'll give him a different one.
All right.
Wow, we got
Huge
good
at
mics
bat.
in the stands.
Yes. Steal attempt here. No way.
Hosed him again. Good
Why
start
do
for
they
Masters.
try? Why do they try? No one in this league invests enough speed to warrant stealing ever. It's so stupid.
Very few people. So Phillips had a couple questionable plays there in the outfield, but he never let up an extra base as a result. So I guess he's just toying with him. He'll come to bat here in this inning. We'll see if he can capitalize.
And just foul. A 5-year-old child actually just got hit by that one. That's horrific.
Oh, goodness.
Biscuit Basher, known for his hatred towards children, that's going to be a single. It's grounded, and they get it to second in time, so limits the damage to 1. And the one, the only, Joey Phillips, a.k.a. Clutch God, up to bat.
Yeah, we thought we were seeing some vintage Joey in the playoffs when he got his home run, and he's got his RBI man active now.
Oh boy.
But he has definitely cooled off since we saw a little spark there in the beginning of the playoffs. Are they going to intentionally walk him here? I think so.
No,
P pitching
he's
around
just
him.
pitching poorly. Yeah, composed active and still walks him.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
It's not a bad idea when you have Tippington up next, because now you got specialist activated and the double plays in effect. So
That's true.
there are worse walks to give.
Yeah, he was behind in the count, so didn't
Yes,
want to force
and
something and pay for it.
for all the jokes, oh, that's a huge out number one. For all the jokes we make about Joey, he's still a good batter. You
Oh,
know,
for sure.
that's
Just
out
had
number
some
one,
bad randomness in his career. That's all it is.
and that'll be out number two. Wow, kind of a disaster of a inning for the Empire right now.
Yeah, good job by Dongi to keep the runners from moving over.
Yeah. Here we were trash talking Dongi for walking, and now he's got him down 2 outs. It's a 1-1 count. Thomas Rose, the shortstop for their first at bat of the game. And
Wow.
out number three.
He's going to
Man,
get out of it.
seems like the bats really cool down when you hit playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
It's
definitely
tough.
had some blowouts, though.
Yeah, that's true, but it's especially these starters, man. I mean, Brachnik and Vaughn and Dongi are just two fantastic pitchers, and the fact that you've had to play them now twice, like
Right.
that's brutal.
He's pitching right at Avery here. Got some big swings, but he's not doing anything with it.
Big grounder. What's the series at?
2-1 Steamers.
All right, Steelers looking good so far. You think we're gonna get a 7? If that's a ground ball, that'll be an easy out number 2.
You know, it's hard to say. Obviously, the Steamers would love to go up 3-1 here if they win tonight.
Sure.
And then
Steph
have some
Curry in
home
shambles
games
right
left.
now.
But the Empire, even down, if they were to go down 3-1 tonight, they're a really good team. And after what they did to the Knights, I mean, anything could happen.
Sure.
But
Man,
it would be really interesting if we got an Empire win tonight and then it became a best of 3 the rest of the way.
That'd be great. Just letting everyone know, the king of jinxes himself, me and Freddie, are set to cover Game 7. So, Steamers, if you want to throw this one so you can hear our beautiful voices for one more game, I wouldn't be mad. Straight out number 1. Bad Freddie.
Yeah, I would love a Game 7 just to be in the booth for that. That'd be pretty wild. But obviously, we've got some fans in the chat who would very much prefer otherwise.
Don't worry, Knights fans. I already jinxed you guys out of it.
Ooh.
Oh!
Just recovered in time.
Yeah, that was almost a fiasco. That bad. Rob Masters up next.
Dongi's locked in. You wouldn't want to lose your locked in mojo over a little dribbler like that.
Yep, it's gonna be a fly ball. Dongi really very aggressive approach so far. You know, not trying to pull out the junk, just giving them your favorite eat shit fastball.
It's true, but you know, you wouldn't want to see him pull out the junk. Like you said, there's that kid in the stands. But who knows if he could still see after getting hit with that foul ball.
That was nice grounder there, just past first. My third, rather.
Gotta get that glove down. It's the playoffs.
Yep.
It's one of those ones where it's a little too close to dive for and a little too far to reach, so it's almost tougher than a ball that's hit a little farther away.
Just do the league favorite of letting it bounce off your sides and then wincing in pain. Oh, that is... Ooh. What a grab by Phillips!
Very nice.
Joey, fantastic.
That was pretty sweet.
Whenever he makes a play, I'll call him Joey Jubilant.
I mean, he had those weird defensive plays, but like I said, the base runners didn't get any extra bases for it, and then when it counted, he made the play he needed to make. Very nice dive there.
All right, 1-1 count. Also, arguably the best owner in league history. That is a deep shot, and that one is going. It is at the wall. It is gone.
Forget about it.
Steamers. Was that Monsoon?
It was.
Of course it was Monsoon,
Who
man.
else?
He puts him up 3-0. What a great at-bat. And playoff monsoon is wild. All right.
So this
Me,
this game's been going pretty quick. We're already in the fourth. Steamers up 3-0, and I don't know. Feeling like a
me
pretty decent lead.
thinking Donkey is the better pitcher now, paying off.
True.
Hence, they'll probably. I can't imagine they'll pull him this early. At least
I wouldn't
you want
think
to at least
so.
get him in the sixth.
Nah, he's just at 50 pitches now. I think they stick with him for at least a little longer.
Yeah, he just needs to get out of tense and he'll be near normal. Man, K-Man's a great perk. That'll be a grounder. It looks like that'll be out number 3. Just barely is. So the Steamers driving 2 more, and we are now heading to the bottom of the 4th. The Empire only have 1 hit this whole game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that they had that one inning where the first 2 reached, and that's their only 2 base runners this whole game so far. The hit and the walk.
Key part of winning baseball, of course, being scoring. So they should try that. That's a deep shot. Looks like it's not out though. Just outside the warning track. It's
Hit it well, but just got under it.
Let's get Basher up next. The only hit of the game. And especially with Dongu locked in. So tough to hit on this guy, you know.
He's just going right at him too. Look at that.
Oh, filthy swing and miss.
3 pitches, all fastballs.
The man.
He's just daring someone to hit the ball.
Now, Phillips spots. Actually, a pretty good at bat, you know, all things considered. And Odeon Mulder makes a nice grab.
Empire go quietly again. That's the third 1-2-3 inning for Dongi.
Muldoon with that RBI earlier, and that's a deep hit. Looks like it's going to be barely fielded. Nice running play by Biscuit Basher.
Yeah, I thought that one had a chance for the wall. Muldoon's been hitting when it counts for the Steamers.
Richard Avery up next, and he's gonna pop fly this one up. In just like 10 games casting, I've made so many dumb inside jokes.
Need to start a wiki.
Donkey has really good contact for a pitcher, especially because he's locked in right now.
Nice pitch there.
I don't know if you're an engine guy. That's going to be a pop fly for out number 3. Do you know if this game uses contact and power to determine if it's a hit or just contact?
For the AI specifically?
Just when it does an at-bat, yeah.
So I think, I mean, just based on where your swing is, like if you have more contact, you have the bigger circle, obviously, and then I'm not sure if it actually determines whether the AI does a power swing or a contact swing.
Sure.
Oh! Good strikeout there. But obviously the guys with higher power are gonna tag the ball more often.
Sure.
Than guys with lower power.
I'm just interested on if only investing in contact is a viable strategy. Like if he'll have a roughly equal batting average to a low contact hitter.
You know, some of the new prospects we've had in the minors have had some builds like that, where it's very min-max towards contact, and
yeah,
obviously it's a pretty low sample size, but they haven't done that well. And I think it's just because you can make good contact, but if you got no power behind the bat, it's like you're out there swinging a wiffle ball bat against a baseball.
Crozier, that's a terrible idea. You get power and contact. Goodbye.
All right.
There you have it.
Hey, I'm not the one putting points in the batting. I'm just talking.
Yeah, I think power is definitely more important than contact in the long run, but obviously you can't leave either one behind.
Yeah.
But we'll see how some of these prospects do when they make the majors, starting in, I guess,
I'm
season
also
7.
loving the all-speed users.
Oh yeah.
In minors, there's a lot of guys that are really hammering speed. Oh, huge strikeout by Puma. Now 0-3 on the day. We've had a bit more before that, but I'll let you by. Oh no, we haven't actually. That's
not by Vaughn.
Huh.
Oh. Hits Hammer with the hammer.
Yeah, he hammered him. Up to bat. 1 of 2.
That's caught.
Oh, nice grab by Sean. I should loudly say, more. They're on soon up to bat. Had that home run last at that. We'll see what he can pull out now. You know, all things considered, 3-0, still a very winnable game for them.
Yeah, Vaughn is just needs a little more run support. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously he's made a couple mistakes, but through 6
sure.
innings, only giving up 3 against the Steamers offense, that's a really good start.
Oh, big swing and miss by Monsoon there. That will end the 6th. I doubt he will be going into the 7th. We will see. Prachnik, they're going to keep him in. They will take him out.
There we go. So Empire looking for some offense here. Got some people in the chat who think that that beanball might have been intentional. I don't know if we've seen anything else in this series that would warrant some bad blood.
To be fair, if there is a rivalry in this league, the Steamers Empire, you know, if there was a 2-game series that would have a beanball, it would be this. Full count.
That's
that
true.
one off.
They've kept it pretty profesh so far, but
that one's going to go foul. Very nice at bat, staying alive here. Now cost 6 pitches, and that will ground out. Good at bat.
Yeah, not bad for Olaf coming in cold like that.
Yep. Probably was up like 2-0. Probably should have swung there, but yeah. If you could add 6 pitches to Dongi, then you're doing more than the rest of your team's batters.
Exactly. His pitch count's still so low for being this deep in the game. He's just mowing them down, and he's just throwing strikes over and over, just attacking the zone.
Rob Masters. Oh, nice grab by Tudix.
Yeah, Masters 0 for 3, but we can't forget that he did gun down a couple runners. So hopefully he's keeping the Steamers off the board.
All right, we got 3 innings left for the Empire to make a comeback. In both the series, and the game, actually. Kind of a funny coincidence there. My mouse is broken again. Not that it matters, because I don't need to go off the stream. That's out number 1. I'll just have to ask Dongi to disconnect me when the caller.
Jeez.
Oh, that's a big grounder, and that's gonna be another out. Man, you're right. This game's going quick. Yeah, Muldoon up next.
You gotta think the Empire need a spark, at least to get a run or two, even if they can't go the distance here to.
Yeah. If you can get 2 hits in, the AI will pull out Donkey. Because if you can just get him off of on fire, you know.
Is he on fire?
He might be unlocked in. It feels like he's been on fire.
I mean, if he's not on fire, he's very high locked in. Yeah, there you go.
He is. Yeah. But if you could just drop his state down and get 2 hits in, that's really what starts the comeback. We'll see what McGuire can chain out here.
Yeah, he's already at 70 pitches here, and he's still got his stamina and his mojo are about breaking even, so that's pretty crazy.
Yep, gonna swing at that low outside ball. That was actually a pretty bad take, because that was easy.
Ooh.
Oh! A long tree with
devastating defense there.
That might be the play of the game. We'll see what happens later on, but if that doesn't happen, that's a big double.
Yeah, I mean, when the Empire looking just any base runner, and that would have been an extra base hit for sure. So.
Yep. Richard Avery.
You saw his eyes light up when that came off the bat, and then it was in the glove just like that.
Better to hit Puma than to hit a kid.
Think of the paperwork, man.
Counts 2-2. Welcome to Big Head Baseball, the most sued fictional baseball league. Dongi up to pitch.
Look at the bat he's got going with the on-fire mojo.
Watch him hit a robbed home run.
Oh, goodness. That's in the corner. Oh, my gosh.
Oh!
It's off the wall.
I thought that was gone.
It had a chance.
A meme, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Puma Longtree is up, and it is a great day to be a tall tree. I didn't know where I was going with that one. I'm gonna be honest.
No one could tell, I promise.
1-1 count here. Top of the 8th, runner on second, 1 out. 2-1 count.
Longtree's
2-2
tagging
count.
the ball. He's just a little late.
Yeah. Ooh. As a reminder, Jericho Guns pitching. That will do it for this at bat.
Yeah, finally gets him.
He hit it foul right like 4 times in a row. All right, Hammer with the questionable and purpose beanball in the hit.
Yeah,
Let's see what he
Prochniak not in the game anymore. We'll see if Hammer looks to get his revenge against the reliever here.
League's gonna have to investigate this. Oh, what a grab on the corner.
Yeah.
All right, the Empire have 2 innings.
If that got through, Dongi would have came around to score.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
let
that
the
was
pitcher score.
they left a batter stranded. That was a well played. Dongi at 75 pitches, 1-1 count here.
He's got
You
the
think we're
5
gonna
strikeouts.
get a complete game?
I didn't want to jinx it, but he's 5 outs away now.
The count is low. He's on fire. Showing up next, 0 of 2.
I mean, unless the wheels just absolutely fall off for the Steamers here, they just played a great game, and to play like this and then to go up 3-1 in this series, you got to think there's no way they lose 3 in a row.
Oh!
And the jinx is on, as I said that.
That'll get the runner to second. Thomas Rose up with that.
Yikes, so not Dongi's fault, but the Empire find a way to get someone on.
Yep.
And on
Probably
second base, too.
I assume that's going to go down as an error.
Oh, definitely.
And that's an RBI.
Just like that, they're starting
Empire
to capitalize.
have driven in their first run of the game.
It's going to be unearned.
RBI double. Jericho Guns.
I bet they pinch it here.
Please pull Guns. Okay. Little Al. They are keeping Dongi in. He's dropped to locked in. Guard lines on the infield, which I believe just means they're covering first and third.
Yep. They that means they're just playing a little closer.
Hit. That one is at the warning track and just short. That's out number 2. Runner is heading for third. He gets there.
Yeah, so without that error, the Steamers are out of this inning. They would have had the runner on second, but it wouldn't have come around to score, so.
And that'll be out number 3 still. Very important inning there because they finally got a hit in and an RBI.
All right, do or die time. Steamers looking to add on here, get some insurance runs after Empire cut into the lead just a bit.
Wumba up to bat. Brian Blaze, that's going to be a pop fly for an easy out number 1.
And he hit that thing right on the handle. Wasn't even close.
Yep. Credit to the Empire bullpen today.
Yeah.
Yeah, came in. Jericho crushed it. Blaze looking good so far. I mean, we'll see what happens at the end of this 9th, but 3-1 count. Good time to swing, especially if you're Thermos Monsoon and he just gets the walk.
Yeah, definitely props to the Empire bullpen. They kept this thing close, and I think Guns was locked in by the time he came out of the game. So great stuff from him.
Why does everyone in this league wear hats? That's gonna be a pop fly. Out number 2.
What do you mean they all wear hats?
They all wear hats.
Like on defense?
Everyone. The batters?
Yeah. No, it's pretty normal, buddy.
No, I mean like in like an actual baseball field, a fair amount of guys just don't wear anything. Like at least like 2 or 3 dudes. Just me? Am I crazy here? That's a walk. Runners on first and second. Odion Muldoon with an RBI. Look, we're gonna pretend I didn't say that. Odion Muldoon up 1-0.
Just play some copyrighted music and it'll all go away.
We're just gonna. Oh, that's a big fly out. We're just gonna spam the strikeout whistle until you all forget what I said. All right, so we have 1 inning. The Empire trail by 2. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, trailing by 2 instead of 3 is, with that unearned run last inning, it could matter.
They're keeping Dongi in. He's locked in. He's definitely seeing attrition now. He's at 88 pitches, and
Yeah,
that's going to be the hit that gets him pulled.
I would think possibly they might let him see one more guy.
Oh, they are. I do not agree with this decision.
I mean, who knows who they'd go to, though? He was their first reliever out of the pen during the regular season, so obviously they've shifted things around.
McGuire up to bat. This might be the most important one in the series.
Yeah, I could tie it with one swing here.
Double played, in effect, too. 3-2 count. This is when you get heroes. And Murley McGuire gets the walk.
That thing just missed. I think it was a good call by the ump, but they're keeping Dongi in.
Biscuit Basher represents the game-winning run.
Wow, so he could win the game. Yeah.
That's going to advance runners to second and third with no outs. That also turns off the double play.
Tying run at second now. Empire, wait until the last second, but they're getting something going here.
Biscuit Basher has taken 2 bad strikes, fouls that one off. It is obscene to me that they're not pulling Dongi. And that is going to... Oh, they're sending both runners home.
That thing just snuck through the infield.
And Joey Phillips.
Wow.
What a rough ending, man. Poor Dongi.
That unearned run mattered. They still be up 1 at this point.
Man, fate of the universe on the line. Aliens.
What a moment this could be for Joey Phillips if he could get something going here.
Aliens have the laser pointed at Earth. I want Joey Phillips. Oh, he hit a double play. Oh, no.
He beat it out. All right, winning run still at first here.
Yep.
Just the 1 out.
If you're the Empire, you've won this inning. You've died.
Yeah.
That's what matters. I mean, even if you can't get the walk-off here. But bad count here, 3-0. We'll see what we get. And that's going to be a walk. Not a very important one. I mean, runner advances to scoring, but definitely worse times to give up a walk. Eric Schutt up next. He's 0 of 3. And that is a clean double play ball. That would get them out of it.
Wow.
That was a absolutely pathetic swing, and in the nicest way possible.
Bonus baseball, here we come.
Richard Avery up the bat. 0 of 3 today. Blaze, in my opinion, has a very big advantage here.
Why is that?
I just think he's a much better pitcher. Although, we'll see how much that's proven. He's also a lefty, like me. The lefty pitching animations in this game are wild. Big strikeout looking. You do not get that one called much. Dusty T, the pitcher, in. They're going to keep him in. They are.
Come on, Steamers. What are you doing?
Not a terrible idea. He's your best bullpen guy.
Yeah, but the Empire have so much momentum right now. I don't agree with it. They've just had one guy come out of the pen so far. You still got some decent depth. I think you got not a bad hit, but
that'll be a pop fly unless something horrific happens. All right. Joey Phillips not living up to his reputation as Kimo Longtree is tense and 0 of 4. Man, the Steamers. Oh, what a grab by Tippington!
Great play.
Number 3. If the Steamers lose this one, it's a pretty bad loss. They really had something going. They had a lot of opportunities to score. Dongi left on second. We'll see what we get here, but if your starting pitcher goes the entire game and only gives up 3 runs, man, it ain't the pitching.
Yeah, especially with the error on defense.
Thomas
them that 1 run.
Going to ground out.
So Empire, they're in a great position here. Obviously, even if they go on to lose this one, it's going to be a better game for them if they were just to roll over and die and lose this thing in the 9th.
Oh, Brian Blaze almost decapitates the pitcher there. He had to duck like Neo from the Matrix. And now Fab Freddy is 0 of 4 and up to bat. The double play is in effect.
Can you imagine if the relief pitcher scores the walk-off run here?
Much like Clayton Kershaw coming into pinch hit
Oh
last
my
night.
gosh, you saw that? I stayed
Yeah,
up
it was
watching
a
that game.
crazy game.
Why didn't they do a squeeze bunt there?
I don't know.
Like, Kershaw can swing the bat decent, but like, winning run right there, especially when he had that 2-0 count. He knows a strike's coming.
Oh no, he doesn't go for it. Okay.
Yeah, that
Runner
takes
on
a safe
second.
play there. I thought Kershaw should have bunted on that 2-0 count.
Yes,
I really
that
did.
was obscene. But they're the defending champions. They can do what they want. They're going for the pitch out.
Yeah, they're gonna walk Masters here.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Who's up next in the order? They're third.
Third. Yeah. How do I not remember this? Basher's
because you don't.
fourth.
I mean, I can explain
Alright.
how memory. It's McGuire. Oh, really? You're walking someone for contact versus. Okay.
Yeah, that was an
Strange
interesting
decision.
choice.
Yeah, they're both really good batters.
I mean, obviously, if
Alright.
the runner on second scores, it doesn't matter about the runner on first, but...
Ooh. Oh! He's headed home! The Empire! Win the game!
Oh my goodness.
In the bottom of the 10th!
This series is tied.
Run comeback to tie the series! The Empire win it at home! 1 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, and 1 in the 10th! Oh man, what a fantastic ending!
Wow. I mean, they waited till the
Oh.
very last moment to get this thing done, but the Empire pulled it off. And just...
The Empire strike back in Game 4.
All right.
What poetry!
So Monsoon, obviously, the 2 RBI home run.
Longtree and
Steamers.
Freddy both continue their struggles.
Yep.
No hits in the game for either of them. Masters has a nice hit. Biscuit Basher basically wins the game for the Empire. T. Rose with the most clutch RBI of this season, for him anyway. And Monsoon had a monster game.
Just brutal for Dongi to not finish this thing out, especially after that unearned run. That's what left the door open for the Empire to start their comeback.
Oh man, he got a loss. That's so undeserved.
Oh no, T got the loss.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Dongi.
Yeah, I did good. Dongi goes 8 innings. Honestly, even with those 2 earned runs, I believe that was the greatest pitching outing of this series so far.
It was real solid.
Krachnik, pretty good. Gives up 3 earned runs in 6 innings. Guns does a great job out of the pen. And Blaze does a good job. He gets the hit that wins them the game and also doesn't allow a run.
He gets the win on the mound and scores the winning run. That's a great outing for the pitcher.
Crazy game. Our player of the game. Oh, man, that's so mean. That is so mean. R.A. Dongi is our number 1. Thomas Monsoon is our number 2. And Biscuit Basher is number 3. Although Biscuit Basher honestly should be 1 because they won. But
yeah, I mean, what do you take from this one? We got ourselves a 2-2 series. Rest of the way, we got ourselves a best of 3.
what I take from this one is that pitcher is a fucking hero, and they better start building statues in New York for that guy.
Honestly.
But I think this just showed the depth of the Empire and how we should really look forward to a great few more games. We really might get a Game 7 here.
Yeah.
This one ended about as exciting as you can get. I love calling walk-offs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great
we talked up the starting pitching all game. Obviously 2 studs on the mound, and it came down to the bullpens. The Empire bullpen just did their job and kept it close.
And
the Steamers bullpen, I mean, Dongi obviously started to crack, and then the bullpen gave it up in the end. But makes you think about that one play, that error, and I think the 8th inning that, this thing could have been over in the 9th, even if the Empire had scored a couple runs. They needed 1 fewer run to tie this thing, so one of those plays you'll look back on when this series is all said and done.
Yes, regardless of who wins, this will be considered the most pivotal game of the season, most likely.
I think you might be right on that one.
What a great game. All right. From Big Head Baseball, from Dong Steve Matthews, from Freddie Helium, and from Crozier McCoy, thank you all so much for tuning in. This was a great game. Love casting playoffs. We're not done yet. We got a couple more games to go before we crown our championship. And thank you all so much for tuning in, man. What a great game.
Yeah, we'll see you for Game 7, you know? It just seems like it's gonna happen at this point, but maybe
It
not.
does. All right. See you all,
All right.
everyone.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
night,
watching,
everyone.
Big Head. Have a good night.